Hi there, I'm Erin with Five Parks Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today's class is going to be a heart-centered vinyasa flow in celebration of the U.S. holiday of Thanksgiving. Whether or not you're celebrating Thanksgiving today, go ahead and come to your practice with a spirit of gratitude and thankfulness for the things that you have in your life, the things that you provide in your life, the people around you, and all of the blessings that come to you. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you like this class, hit the thumbs up icon and feel free to provide comments below. We are filming this class at beautiful Casas Kismet Yoga Resort. We are here hosting our November retreat, and this is where we'll be back in April for our next retreat. So we are feeling especially grateful for this beautiful space, the people that are here, enjoying the retreat, and some amazing weather. So let's begin today in a seated position. We're going to do some pranayama practice before we begin to warm up. So sit up nice and tall, keeping your sitting bones grounded on the floor. So bring your hands to your heart. Start with one palm at the center of your chest and then place the other palm on top of your hand. Relax your elbows down away from your ears and take a deep inhale as you lengthen through the crown of your head, and begin with an open mouth exhale as you ground your energy. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose, gently constricting the back of your throat so your breath becomes audible. As you begin to deepen and lengthen your inhales and your exhales, bring to your mind's eye 3 things that you're grateful for today. And then maybe say them in your mind as you anchor them into your heart. One more inhale and exhale. Continue with your deep breathing. Release your hands from your chest, interlace your fingers, and then press your palms forward as you stretch your wrists and your forearms. On your next breath in, lift your arms up overhead. Your palms are going to face the ceiling. And as you breathe out, side bend to the left. Maybe look to the left. Keep your sitting bones grounded on the floor. Breathe in through center. Side bend to the right. Come back through center as you breathe in. Release your hands and now take them behind your back and release your fingers once again, pressing the palms of your hands towards one another now. And then press your fists down toward the floor as you lift your chin up off your chest, and then you can hinge forward as you reach your hands over the back of your head. And take one full breath here in this chest expansion forward fold. Complete your exhale. As you breathe in, come all the way back up, release your hands. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, twist, bringing your right hand to your left knee, your left hand out behind, looking out over your shoulder. Breathe in, come back to center, reaching your arms up overhead. As you breathe out, bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand out behind. Breathe in, come back to center, and as you exhale, you're gonna release your hands to your mat, roll over your feet and come into a tabletop position, and we'll move right into some cats and cows with your breath. So just follow the rhythm of your breathing as you breathe into cow pose, and you round your spine and breathe out into cat pose. Take 3 more rounds on your own. Listen to the sound of your breath as you flow back and forth between cat and cow. Come back to tabletop position. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. Level your hips and your shoulders and spinal balance. And then bring your right arm to the right, your left leg to the left. Set your left foot down on the floor. Place your right hand down on the floor and then sweep your left arm to the right, opening up the side of your body. And then from here, go ahead and sweep that left arm back, down and around as you come into a modified warrior 2 position. So pointing your toes out to the side, arms parallel to the earth. Bring your left hand down to the floor, your right arm up toward the ceiling and past as you reach to the side of your mat, and then circle that right arm down and around and return to tabletop position. Extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. Level your hips and your shoulders and spinal balance. Bring your left arm to the left. Bring your right leg to the right. Place your right foot down on the floor. Place your left hand down on the floor and then sweep your right arm off to the left as you extend through your side. Now you're gonna bring that right arm down and around, rotate your right toes out as you come into a modified warrior 2. So looking out over those right fingertips. Bring your right hand to the floor, your left arm up, up, and over, and then circle it down and around and return to tabletop. Breathe in, come into cow. Breathe out, round your spine in cat pose. Breathe in, spinal balance, right arm forward, left leg back. Right arm to the right, left leg to the left. Set your left foot and your right hand down and then sweep your left arm to the right. Bring it in front of your body and then come into that modified warrior 2. Continue to travel to that modified extended side angle. Circle your arm down and around, all the way back to tabletop. Extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. Left arm to the left, right leg to the right. Set your right foot down and your left hand down, and then sweep your right arm to the left, opening up your side. And then come into that modified warrior 2. Toes to the right, look out over your right fingertips. Modified extended side angle. Circle that arm all the way over and around and come back to tabletop position. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to tabletop. Tuck your toes, exhale to down dog. Take 3 breaths here in downward facing dog. You can hold it steady, or you can pedal out your legs, shake out your head. Just continue with your long, slow inhales and exhales. On your next breath in, lift your right leg high. As you breathe out, step forward, taking your right foot between your hands. Lower your back knee down to the floor. Inhale your arms up overhead. Find arrow mudra above your head. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. As you breathe in, squeeze your biceps by your ears and look up toward the ceiling as you draw a line across the ceiling, looking back behind you. Come back through center, bring your hands to your heart and twist to the right, hooking your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. As you breathe in, unwind, reach your arms up. Exhale, half splits pose, straighten your right leg, fold over your right knee. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, tucking your toes, lifting your knee. Inhale, step your left foot to meet your right. Exhale, standing forward fold, beginning to straighten your legs, releasing the crown of your head down toward the floor. Take one more full breath here. On your next breath in, sweep your arms off to the side. Bring them all the way up to tall mountain, and then you're gonna connect the palms of your hands, bring them through heart center as you exhale. Circle them down and around. Breathe in, connect the palms above your head. Exhale through heart center, and then one more time. Howler monkeys in the background. Breathe in, I'm grateful for them. Connect the palms of your hands above your head, and then exhale, hands through heart center. Breathe into tall mountain, and this time on your exhale, cactus your arms, open your heart, lift your chin, draw your elbows down and in. Breathe in, tall mountain. Breathe out, standing forward fold. Halfway lift. Lengthen and flatten your spine. Exhale, standing forward fold. Plant your hands, step back to high plank pose. As you exhale, shift forward so your shoulders come past your wrists. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Take the tops of your feet flat to the floor. Breathe in, peel your chest up off the floor for low lift cobra. Exhale, lower down. Now take your hands about one hand step back. Breathe in, peel your chest up off the floor and just come past your ribs. Exhale, release. Step your hands back one more time. Breathe in, press all the way up to high cobra pose so your knees and thighs are still touching the floor, but your whole entire torso is off your mat. Now bring your chin to the left toward your left shoulder, stretching your neck. Come back through center, bring your chin to the right. Come back to center, tuck your toes under. Press to a high plank, and then back to downward facing dog. On your next breath in, lift your left leg up. As you breathe out, step your left foot between your hands. Lower your back knee to the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Find arrow mudra again. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. Squeeze your biceps toward your ears as you inhale and look up, and then exhale, lean back. Come back through center, bring your hands to heart center, and then twist, bringing your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Full breath here. Breathe in, unwind, reach up, crescent moon pose. Exhale, half splits pose, folding over your left leg, bringing your forehead towards your left knee. Breathe in, nice flat back, looking past your left toes. Breathe out, low lunge, lifting your back knee up off the floor. Breathe in, step your right foot to meet your left. Breathe out, standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up to tall mountain. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, standing forward fold. Halfway lift. Standing forward fold. Exhale. Step back to high plank pose. Shift forward, shoulders past your wrists. Lower halfway down for chaturanga or all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Then move into vertical twist. Bring your left arm forward, your right arm back. Just twisting from the base of your spine. So using your core to deepen your twist, looking back towards your right thumb. Now circle your right arm down, your left arm up. You're just gonna rotate into warrior two. Take one full breath here. Bring your hands to your heart. And as you exhale, you're gonna come to skandasana or side lunge at the back of your mat. Take a full breath here. If you need to take your hands to the floor for balance, feel free to do that. Complete your exhale. Now you're gonna make your way all the way to low lunge at the front of your mat and then come into lounging lizard. So take your toes out to an angle, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot, release your hips down toward your mat as you reach your right fingertips toward your left foot. Make your way back to low lunge. Step back to high plank. And work your way back to downward facing dog. You can take a chaturanga or you can just press back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Lift your left leg high for three-legged dog. As you breathe out, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist. Bring your right arm forward and your left arm back. So your head is right over your shoulders, which are right over your hips. Look towards your left thumb. Rotate your left arm down, your right arm up as you circle around to warrior two with your left arm forward and your right arm back. Take a full breath here in warrior two. Breathe in, take your hands to your heart, look to the side. As you exhale, side lunge to the back of your mat. Come all the way down. Complete your exhale here. And then make your way to low lunge at the front of your mat. Take your toes out to an angle and make your way to lounging lizard. So roll onto the outer edge of your left foot as you reach your left arm back, looking back toward your right foot. And then come all the way to low lunge facing the front of your mat. Step back to high plank. Lower chaturanga. Press up to upward facing dog. Press back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high. Three-legged dog, step forward. Low lunge. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Vertical twist, breathe out. Left arm forward, right arm back. Circle your arms around, warrior two. Breathe in, hands at heart center. Breathe out, skandasana to your left leg. Breathe in here. Breathe out, low lunge to lounging lizard. So left hand is your foundation. Reach your right arm back as you look back to your left foot. Circle back around to low lunge. Lift your right leg high for three-legged dog. And from three-legged dog, flip over to wild thing. Placing your right foot on the floor, reaching your right arm back, and then bring your hand to your heart. Press your heart into your hand as you lift up and look back. Make your way back to three-legged dog. And then shift forward to high plank. You can take Ekapada Chaturanga if you want, leaving your right leg lifted up off of the mat. Press up to upward facing dog. And back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Equally big breath out. Lift your left leg up. Step forward to low lunge. Crescent lunge. Lift your arms up overhead. Vertical twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Circle your arms around to warrior two. Breathe in, bring your hands to your heart. Breathe out, skandasana to your right leg. Breathe in. Low lunge to lounging lizard. Left toes point out. Left arm reaches back. And then come back to low lunge. All the way to three-legged dog, lifting your left leg up and back. And then flip your dog, come into wild thing. Reach your left arm back. And then take your left hand to your heart. Press your chest up toward the ceiling, into your hand. And then bring your left arm back to straight behind you. And then make your way to three-legged dog and to Ekapada Chaturanga if you want to keep your left foot lifted up off your mat, or you can come to high plank, lower down. Press up to upward facing dog and back to downward facing dog. Bring your shins to the floor. Tops of your feet flat to the floor. We're coming into heart melting pose. Bring your hands to the upper corners of your mat and then release your forehead down toward your mat. Keep your hips high over your knees. Breathe deeply here and listen to the sound of your breath on your mat. Focus your attention on the things in your life that you feel grateful for, including this amazing practice of yoga, which allows you to open your body and move energy and release energy that is stuck and tension that you're holding on to, so that we can flow through our day with more ease. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up so you're in a tabletop position. And then from here, tuck your toes under and make your way to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Open your hip and bend your leg. You're going to sweep your right knee around, and your right foot is going to come through and step to the outside of your left hand for fallen triangle pose. Release your left heel down, reach your left arm up, then bring your left hand back to your mat. Three-legged dog is your breath in. Low lunge is your breath out. Crescent lunge, inhale. Airplane pose, exhale. Step onto your right foot, lift your left leg up off the floor. One long line from the crown of your head all the way back to the heel of your foot. Breathe in, standing staff pose. See if you can keep your left foot lifted up off the floor as you reach your arms up. Maybe extend your leg forward and then cross your left ankle over your right knee and come into standing pigeon pose. With each exhale, sink a little bit further down, bringing your elbows toward your knee and your foot. And then bring your hands to the floor. Uncross your ankle from your knee and then come all the way to standing splits pose. Lifting your left foot up toward the ceiling. Step back to low lunge. Come up to crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Circle your arms around. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge to lounging lizard. Inhale, circle around to skandasana on your right leg. And then exhale, come to prayer squat. Breathe in to 5-pointed star. Breathe out to standing straddle splits. Position your heels behind your toes, come all the way down. Hold here for 3 breaths. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon pose. If you'd prefer, you can take extended side angle instead of half moon. We're gonna take Shavasana, which is a heart opener. Bend your left leg, take your left foot from the outside with your left hand. Press your foot back. Roll your shoulder open by increasing the kick of your foot. As you exhale, bring your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, chair. Exhale, twist. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, standing forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Full breath here. Lift your left leg up as you take a deep inhale. Step forward as you exhale. Inhale to crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane pose or airplane lunge. Find the pose, one long line from the crown of your head all the way to your lifted foot. Inhale, standing staff. Try to float that foot through as you reach your arms up. You can have your leg bent or straight. As you exhale, come into standing pigeon. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Sink down into your chair. And let each exhale sink you a little further down, bringing your elbows toward your right knee and your right foot until you can reach the floor. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your right foot up toward the ceiling. Exhale, step back, low lunge, land lightly. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist. Circle your arms down and up and around. Warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, hands to your heart. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge to lounging lizard. Reach your left arm back. Inhale, make your way to skandasana on your left leg. Exhale here. Inhale, prayer squat. Exhale here. Inhale, star. Exhale, standing straddle splits. Walk your hands forward. Press your hips back for wide-legged downward facing dog. Hold here. Breathe deeply. Lengthening your spine, opening your chest and shoulders. Exhale. Walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two, face the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior in preparation for half moon pose. Always take extended side angle if half moon isn't in your practice, or you could try both. We're gonna take the heart opener in Shavasana or sugarcane pose. So bend your right leg, take your right foot from the outside, kick back, and let that kick help to open your shoulder and your chest. Bring your right foot to meet your left. Inhale to chair. Exhale to balanced chair. Inhale to tall mountain. Exhale, open your arms, lift your chest. Inhale to tall mountain. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Press up to upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and out as you release your knees to your mat, come onto your shins, and come up to kneeling. Breathe in, reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring your hands to your low back, draw your elbows back, lift your chest, lift your chin for camel pose. And then option here to reach your hands toward your heels. 2 more breaths here. All the way back up. Sit your hips to your heels, bring your hands to your thighs, close your eyes. And just feel the energy swirling around in your chest after that large heart opener. Bring one palm to your chest, bring the other palm on top of your hand. Bring to your mind's eye 3 things that you feel gratitude for today. Now let's open heart center on the back side of our body. So we're moving into rabbit pose. Bring your hands to your heels, roll your shoulders in, bring your chin to your chest, bring the crown of your head to the floor, and then lift your hips up. And then release your hips back to your heels, roll all the way up, and make your way back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. All right, I just realized I missed fallen triangle on the left side. For those of you who have great memories, you might have done it without me, but I'm gonna add it in here and then we'll come back. So lift your left leg high, open your hip, bend your leg, and then you're gonna sweep your left knee toward the right as you bring your left foot through and place it on the floor. Lower your right heel down to the floor. Lift your right arm up for fallen triangle pose. Release your right hand back to your mat. Return to three-legged dog, lifting your left leg up behind you. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high for three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Twist left elbow to your right knee. And then option here to bring your left hand down and your right arm up. Bring your hands back to your heart if they're not there. Place your left hand on the floor. Step back to side plank. Right foot meets your left, right arm reaches up. Exhale, high plank to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then press back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high. Come to half pigeon pose. Breathe in, lengthen, lift up. Breathe out, release. You can stay here, or you can come back up onto your hands and move into mermaid pose. So for mermaid pose, you're gonna bend your left leg, take your left hand, reach for the inside of your foot, and then you can work your foot toward your elbow, point your fingers up toward the ceiling, reach your right arm up and over, clasp your hands together, and then look toward the front of your mat, opening your chest, opening your shoulders, and stretching your hips a lot. Okay. If you're in mermaid, release. If you're in sleeping pigeon, come back up onto your hands. Bring your left knee to your right heel. Plant your right hand behind you. Lift your left arm up, lift your hips, and then look back. You can place your left hand on your heart. Press your chest up toward the ceiling, lifting toward your hand, looking back. And then release your hips back down onto your mat. Extend both legs wide for seated straddle splits. Sit up nice and tall. Knees and toes point up toward the ceiling. And then walk your hands out in front of you. And you can hinge from your hips, coming down toward the floor, or you can stay upright, keeping your shoulders over your hips. Walk your hands back, up, if you are forward folding. Gather up your knees. Roll back the length of the spine one time. When you come forward, come to boat pose and hold for 3 and 2 and 1. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, and make your way to upward angle. So coming back into a straddle. This time you're using a lot of core to hold steady here. Bring your legs back together, release your feet to the floor, and make your way back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Bring your left shin forward, come into half pigeon pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. You can stay here in sleeping pigeon, or you can make your way back up onto your hands for mermaid pose. For mermaid pose, you're going to bend your right leg, take your right foot from the inside with your right hand, and then you're going to scooch your foot towards your elbow. Can't do it on this side, but I'm going to talk you through it. So you're going to bring your right fingertips facing the ceiling. You're going to bring your left arm up and over, hook your hands, and then look toward the front of your mat. This is my tight knee, so can't quite get there on this side, and that's okay. We just work in that direction. So getting a nice stretch in the quadricep, and of course, a big stretch in the hips. Alrighty, if you're in mermaid pose, go ahead and release your right foot back to the floor, and everyone come back up onto your hands. So you're in upright pigeon, and then you're going to bring your right knee toward your left heel. Left hand comes behind you, lift your right arm up, and then press your hips up, reach your right arm back, and then bring your right hand to your chest. Just making contact here at the center of your chest. And release all the way back down. And we're going to bring the soles of our feet together for butterfly pose. Bring your hands around your ankles, sit up nice and tall, press your elbows to your knees, and hinge forward. If you're folded forward, come all the way back up. Gather up your knees, place your feet flat to the floor. Reach your arms forward, roll down onto your back. Let's prepare for bridge pose. Walk your feet back toward your hips, press into your heels, lift your hips up. Arms rest alongside the body, fingers are spread wide, or you can take a chest expansion, interlacing your hands underneath, rolling onto one shoulder at a time. And then pressing your hips a little bit closer toward the ceiling. Your chest is coming toward your chin, but your chin stays away from your chest. And release all the way back down onto your back. Let your knees touch. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. 3 deep breaths here. Bring your knees back so they face the ceiling. We're gonna move into either a second round of bridge or into wheel pose. For wheel pose, you're gonna flip your hands, take them onto your mat, press up, maybe first to the crown of your head or all the way up. Breathe deeply here. Slowly release all the way down onto your back. Let your knees touch. And then bring both hands to your heart, one on top of the other. Just feel that energy at your heart center, where we feel love, gratitude, compassion. Face your knees back toward the ceiling. Cross your right ankle over your left. Come into reclined pigeon, so lift your left foot up off the floor onto your thigh or your shin. We're only here for one full inhale and exhale. Release your left foot to the floor. Bring your right foot to the left for a twist. Bring your arms to goalpost. If you'd like to take a different version of twist, feel free to reposition your legs. Back to center. Release your right foot to the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Lift your right foot up off the floor. Coming into reclined pigeon, holding onto your thigh or your shin. Just for one breath. Place your right foot on the floor. Bring your left foot to the right. Bring your arms to goalpost. Look to the left, and of course, any variation for twist is welcome. Come back to center. Uncross your ankle from your knee. Lift your feet up off the floor for happy baby. Hold on to your toes, feet, thighs, or calves. Hold in stillness, or you can rock side to side. Release your hands, draw your knees into your chest. Come into a little ball. Squeeze nice and tight, hugging everything in. In gratitude for our next posture, Shavasana. Extend your legs long, arms by your side. Make yourself comfortable so that you can move into stillness, relaxation. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it, and when you're ready, release your breath through your mouth. Return to the natural rhythm of your breathing. Bring to your mind an image of something that you feel gratitude for. Bring to your heart the feeling and the essence of gratitude. You are here on your mat, so there is so much to be thankful for, that you show up for your practice, for the health of your mind, your heart, your body, so that you can then extend your joy and your peace and your comfort to others. Just let your mind relax and let your thoughts float by. You're ready, you can release Shavasana by wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles. Reaching your arms overhead, pressing down through your toes, reaching up through your hands, and then rolling onto your side, cradling your head and your arm. When you're ready, you can press your way up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. And I sit here in gratitude for each and every single one of you, all of my subscribers, my Patreon supporters, my YouTube members, my retreat alumni, and my retreat attendees. You know who you are. Thank you so very much. And today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart with a spirit of gratitude. Namaste.